I am an outlaw in my mind, often hard to find, wandering county lines. But the real me just sits here drinking tea while I peruse these pages of history.
From the Blue Mountains to home base with Tracy and the Big D is our next guest, CJ Stranger. Now he's got a new song out called The Outlaw, and it's the second single off the album Hey Stranger. CJ, thanks very much for joining us. And how are the Blue Mountains tonight? Cold, I guess?
Yeah, it's getting pretty cold. Every day the last few weeks getting colder and colder, so I've got lots of heaters on.
Starting to get the fires burning right now?
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a fireplace. I'm quite jealous of my neighbours. I come out and I can smell all the wood smoke. Yeah, I don't have one, unfortunately.
Maybe that'll be the next thing to install while you got some time out.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So tell us about the new song, Outlaw.
Outlaw is a bit of a split song in terms of its themes. It kind of looks at the idea of imagining ourselves as outlaws, and like, why do people do that? Like, why do we like books and film about outlaws? Why are we drawn to that? And then the other side of the coin in the song is comparing it to my own life, which is very far from the life of an outlaw. So it's a bit of a fun ramble on that.
When you're writing a song, CJ, is it easy for you to visit Imagination Land?
With CJ Stranger, it's not my actual name, as you probably gathered. So it's kind of an opportunity to explore writing songs from a different perspective, from a character's perspective. There's definitely a lot of me in it, but it also opens up the opportunity for imagination and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good fun.
From a musical point of view, what's the difference when you sit down to write with a faithful guitar as opposed to pulling out the resonator?
Oh, yeah. Well, what I love in guitars is I like collecting guitars that have their own character and their own vibe. And when I pick them up, they make me play a bit differently. So I love having the resonator because that immediately evokes like an old school Delta swamp vibe when I pick it up. And then I've got other guitars that have different characters. So yeah, they definitely inspire different types of songs.
Tell us about the dream instrument for you if you had an opportunity of playing one and taking you to an area or a vibe that you want to create.
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Like, I would love to play like an original like 1950s Fender Telecaster. I just just in terms of a classic instrument in rock and roll music. I've actually got a friend to build a dream guitar for me. I collected all the parts over a year, and my friend actually put it together for me. So it actually is kind of the guitar I've always dreamed of, which is pretty cool.
You mentioned there the guitar sort of puts you into where you're going to go with writing your songs. Is it something that you pick up the guitar and then you start thinking about it, or you'll think about what angle you want to go and then you'll choose the music and things to go behind it?
Yeah, actually, I've written songs from both ways. I like to write lyrics and have a concept for a song first, but then sometimes when I've got the guitar in my hand, the music leads it. I come up with an idea and then a lyric might come to mind. So I've actually written songs from both ways. The last few years, I've tried to actually write more lyrics first because I find you can be a bit clearer on like the message of the song and not compromise as much. But yeah, I do write from both ways.
At the moment, we've got a lot of people that are sitting at home and they've got obviously a lot of extra time on their hands, and they're saying they're doing a lot more songwriting, a lot more creative work like that. Is this something that a songwriter like yourself is finding that you're doing more songwriting, but is the situation influencing what you're writing about?
To be completely honest, I haven't done writing for a couple of weeks because me and my wife have just had our first baby. So thank you. Yeah, so he's 3 weeks old. So that's kind of occupied my time. And it's been a nice distraction from thinking about the virus. So that's actually been kind of nice. So I have been writing a little bit of music just for other things, like other projects. But in terms of proper songwriting, I actually haven't written a COVID song. So maybe I should get onto that.
Nothing like a newborn to put life in priority and understand
Absolutely.
What's really important in the world.
Absolutely. It definitely changes your perspective. I'm actually going to put out a song on Friday this week. I'm putting out another single, and that song's called Fool's Gold, and that's kind of about that idea of trying to figure out in life like what really matters, So that's my crack at that.
And for all our listeners that want to find out about the new song and more about you, what's the best way to do that?
Well, it's up on all the different streaming services, so they can find it easily on there. I've also got my music on Bandcamp, which is a really good website for supporting musicians. They can check it out there, or on my website, which is cjstranger.com.
Well, CJ Stranger, it's been lovely to catch up with you tonight, and make sure you enjoy that new stranger in the house.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Ben. walk the straightest line, riding horseback, guns blazing in my head.